peace and prosperity. Peace to the gods. Thank you for joining me. I'm back. All right. It's been a minute, as they say. First and foremost, I want to wish everybody a wonderful, 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 wonderful evening, early alignment, nighttime, wherever you are, whatever time you're watching this. First and foremost, I hope everybody is well, and if you're not well, I hope this video is going to be helpful. I hope it's going to be useful. I'm firstly going to encourage people. There's a couple of spaces left. Thank you for those that have shown their interest. I've got a few more spaces left. There's a couple more spaces left for this How to Awaken the Feminine by Releasing Sexual Blockages. And some people have questions still, and if you do, just send me a message. Don't be frightened. I like talking. Someone, a beautiful spirit, a beautiful soul, asked me the other day. She was like, what does that, I wanted to ask you what that meant, because she said that she was in a relationship, and I said any type of traumas that some people have ever been into, in emotional, psychological, spiritual. And some people don't like to associate what they've been through with that word trauma, and I appreciate that, and that's okay. And I will be mindful of not using it in certain circumstances. Sometimes it's just useful just to use it as an umbrella term. So anyone that haven't felt sexual, didn't feel good about their sexuality, whether it was a partner not making them feel beautiful, or stopped making them feel beautiful, or other people, like I was saying on a previous video, it could be that their fathers growing up didn't have the emotional intelligence to literally validate their femininity. And we will go into detail on the course with regards to that, because a lot of people have no idea what that means, So it's great to have a father and a mother, because that's what we all have biologically, whatever we identify as. We have a mother, we have a father. That's one of the principles of the universe, masculine and femininity. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be your father who validates your feminine energy or your femininity as a young woman or as a daughter. You could have a great grandfather, uncle, stepfather. It's about balance. This is what it's about. Getting rid of blockages so you can feel more like yourself. You can feel more balanced. When you feel more balanced, more like yourself, you're able to then put the energy into different areas of your life. It's as simple as that. If that doesn't make sense, send me a message, let me know. It will be part of the course, so I would encourage you to get yourself booked on. Again, these are for women or females who have a womb space, who have a womb. It doesn't matter whether you've had a hysterectomy, menopause, female genital mutilation, if you've been through rape, if you've been through any type of physical trauma. I want you guys to come. If you're not sure whether it would be beneficial to you, like I said, send me a message and we'll see what happens. Now, it might not be for you, and that's absolutely fine. It's not for everybody. I want to encourage females over the age of, I'd say 18, 20, to be, because, the individuals who are at that age still have a lot to experience, or are going through their experiences right now and might not benefit from what we're saying. But I would encourage from the ages of 18 upwards to engage into that particular course. Again, 3 hours a session, 3 sessions in total, 9 hours in 3 hours per day or per session in total, 9 hours. That will total 2. So yeah, what else? Oh my gosh. So we have to acknowledge that there are changes in relationships that occur as well, and we're not sure how to navigate. And part of the course will help you look into yourself. Who are you as an individual? Am I congruent? Am I the change that I want to see? Am I moving in the behaviors that I want to receive, if that makes sense? So yeah, it's all of those different types of things. It's all good. You'll have three parts to the course. We'll look at identity, femininity, and releasing. We'll look more in depth in other things as well, but those are the main topics. Yes. So what's been coming up? So that's the course. So get in contact if you have any questions. I'll answer as much as I can. Yeah, in the meantime, let's move on to another topic that is in relation to my course, but it's for everybody. And it's been coming up a lot lately. And a beautiful spirit soul individual that I know put it on their social media, and I was just like, oh my God, yeah, you've just reminded me of that. And the phrase is, we see things how we are, or we see things as we are. I'm going to say it again. We see things as we are. There's a conversation I had with a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sister, beautiful soul that I know. And other conversations I've had actually recently in the last week or two. And it's very much, they say, this is not happening for me. I'm always going through this. They literally say, this is what I find with people. And it's always a projection of, okay, this is my experience. And it's usually on a negative. And it keeps bringing me back to that terminology. We see things as we are. And sometimes we actually call in the things that we don't want in our lives, because we really are projecting all of this negativity, even if it's negativity that, let me give you a little bit of a story, a little bit of experience. So a friend of mine years ago said to me, not that long ago actually, she was like, oh my God, so many different negative things are happening to you. And I said, I don't see it that way. I just see it as a challenge, like something I have to navigate. Because if I think of, oh, poor, woe is me, guess what's going to happen? Negative on top of negative. And also all I'm going to really gravitate to or focus on. When we're in therapy and we're dealing with depression and anxiety, a lot of the times people that experience that are always going to navigate to that because that's what they're expecting, because that's how they're feeling. It's not always possible to be positive, but balance, if you push for balance, what do you think is going to happen? I just want to repeat that again. We see things as we are. So if someone's saying to me that they always experience people to be a certain way, it's probably because we're calling it into ourselves. Indirectly, we don't know, we're not kind of flipping it on its head and looking it inside out and the other way around and thinking of it on a balance. We need to learn to think more balanced about something and not to take things personally. A lot of the ego is coming out. Why me? It's happening to me. And this might be triggering for a lot of people. People might not like me for saying this, but a lot of it is ego. A lot of it is. Take yourself out of the equation. Maybe it's just what they're going through and what they're on, and it isn't about you. Just because you've come into the path and feel affected by, doesn't mean it's about you. So what can we do? First of all, we can really do that self reflection, introspection, and retrain our brains to think more on a balanced level. Instead of thinking, oh, this always happens to them, think, okay, maybe there's another explanation for that that feels more neither positive or negative in between. Some people might, a lot of people don't think they need therapy because they see therapy as there's something wrong with them, or that therapy is not going to help, or whatever excuses it is, whatever it is. But we go to the dentist when we have pains in our teeth. We go to the physio when we have problems with certain areas of our body. We go to the doctor, but we never get a mind check. Why? Why? Even if you think you're doing well, even if it's a general checkup at the GP, you think everything's okay, you just want to know what your levels are, your folic acid levels or your iron levels or your vitamin D levels. Why would you not do it for your mind? No disrespect to anybody, but a lot of us think we don't need to, because the culture and the society we come from suggests that we just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. We don't see our mind as one of the functions of how we navigate the world. It's one of the main functions, the mind space, a heart space as well as other spaces. But yeah, I just really wanted to put that forward. So I'm probably going to use the words trauma differently and boundaries differently. Like, let's be boundaried with our egos. Let's be boundaries with our egos. Like, it's not always woe and poor is me and it's always me. Maybe it's okay. Maybe I need to get on a different I was going to say get on a different program, a different station, because I hear the word frequency and vibration a lot. And, telecommunications, or the telelive vision, I like to call it, or the television, got the idea from the way we channel different programs. And maybe we've been on the one program, the BET channel, for too long, metaphorically speaking. Let's get on the Discovery Channel. Let's get onto the Discovery Channel and do that internal work. When last have you, hand on heart, said to yourself, you know what? I've done that introspection. I'm constantly working on myself. I'm okay with my flaws and I'm working on them to be what I want them to be. Again, let me repeat this beautiful, beautiful. We see things as we are. So if I'm saying, or somebody else is saying that this is always happening to me, what are we calling in? What are we calling into our auric field? Are we putting in these different, not blockages, boundaries? What's another word for boundaries? Are we being mindful about what we're consuming? I said on my other platform, my other social media, that we need to be mindful about what we're intaking here and what we're seeing there. Am I constantly watching things that are making me feel anxious? Am I constantly seeing things that's making me feel sad? Am I listening to certain, because there's so much noise, especially in the UK, of course in the US as well, but everywhere actually, everywhere in the world. But it's just a lot of noise, a lot of distractions. Am I switching off and doing a breathing technique and visualizing and doing that internal work? Am I? And if I'm not, then what do I expect if I'm still just in the 3D realm? What do I expect if I'm not ascending? If I'm not asking that higher vibration or God, if you want to call it, if I'm not asking the divine source to literally protect me or show me the right way, what do you think is going to happen? Am I just accusing and showing and this is, all I'm doing is trying to invite you guys to have some reflections on self. I'm encouraging you guys to just love self and love others regardless of how they present themselves to you, because a lot of the time I say I love the fact that someone's showing me their who they really are in their behaviors or their words. Show me. I'm not taking it personal because it's not about me. Taking my ego out of it. They're showing me how they are. Okay, cool. I'll just deal with you accordingly to how you are. I hope that makes sense. It does make sense to me. But yeah, let's change the channel, switch off the Telelive Vision, or set it to a discovery channel, an introspective channel, a spiritual channel, a channel that's gonna make me feel balanced, and it's gonna make me feel like, okay, purpose. I got this purpose. I got something to do. I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you for joining me. Comment, subscribe, share, like, thumbs up. Send it to someone who you think's really gonna benefit from what I've said. I'm sending you God's love. I'm sending you guys peace and prosperity, as I normally say. I'm gonna start calling you guys reflections, because you guys are me and I am you. Peace and prosperity. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. And get in contact with me if you're looking forward to getting on the course. There's a few spaces left. How to release sexual blockages by awakening the feminine. Peace.